What is up, my betting people? Welcome to Who You Got. We're your home for the NHRA and drag racing betting and gaming insights. This week, we're heading to ZMAX Dragway for the NHRA Carolina Nationals as we continue the countdown. I'll be joined soon by the tag team experts of drag racing, Elin Warner, the brains of Drag Race Bracket Bonanza, and Rex Simamaker, the mastermind of Winlight Bets. I'm your host, JT Hudson from Drag Illustrated, and we're about to send it through the water box. So strap in and join us for episode 8 of Who You Got. It's time to get in the game. But remember, folks, gambling money has no home. Let's go. What's up, everybody? How you doing today?
Man, it's a great day to be talking about drag racing and how I'm going to start winning some money.
I saw that. Yeah, looking at that last graphic, I saw you got some catching up to do. Can't let JT win this deal.
I tell you what, though, if Elin ever hits on all these bets that he makes, I mean, because he takes some chances, and when he hits on one, it's going to be a big payday.
Yeah,
and he may just blow right past the rest of us.
I'll be real honest. You'll never hear the end of it.
We'd rather hear you than JT, honestly. So,
come on.
We're joined today with Mike Carpenter. How you doing, Mike? Not much.
Man, I figured to pop in here. I got my hometown race coming up this weekend, so might be doing a little fence betting. Can I get away with that, or am I going to get in trouble for doing that?
It depends on who sees you.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I think you're fine. That's a gentleman's bet, right?
We did have the discussion in the press room with another person that we usually do. Like, hey, got a couple cars coming up. You know, maybe you want to go $1. You pick right lane, and then we had this full conversation of, I don't know if we can do that anymore. So
right. We're scared. We're gun shy on everything.
Well, until they get us some pro mod action going. I mean, that's your only option.
Yeah, no.
Pro mod, and then your boy Travis Harvey is going to be racing this weekend in Belushi's car. So if I'm there, I'm putting some money on him.
That's going to be a deadly combo. I mean, that car is always fast. All the Bahrain 1 team cars have been running really well this weekend. Then you throw Travis Harvey in the mix. Man, they could come out there and surprise some people.
Yep. I would take some extra lunch money to the track with you, Mike.
Man, I work for Drag Illustrated. I'm out of lunch money.
No. Mike is every now and then, you like those things you see at the grocery store, the roundup opportunities. Mike has got his own little roundup program going on, and it's just kind of going into an envelope in his desk.
Yes,
it is. Yep, that's what I do with my Apple Card. Like it takes and it puts it into savings, all your cash back stuff.
Change, yeah.
And then I just completely forget about it for like a year, and then I open it up like, oh shit, I forgot about this. but then you got it kind of built up, and you hate to spend it. So
that's the best way. That's the best way to save money. Just put it somewhere where you don't know, you can't see it daily, can't touch it. Then you got a nice little bankroll to do some betting with.
That's what's getting married is called, Mike.
Yeah, in your case, for sure.
No, I mean, they just take it and you don't ever see it again.
It works the opposite way with you, JT. I've talked to Stacy.
It does. Yep. She's my 401k. So everything else going, guys? Anything new? Any exciting news?
Well, we got that Julie Natas to Top Fuel coming up in a couple races, which is good stuff. More fresh faces. Very self-serving. The Motorplex Fall Nationals is coming together very well, so that'll be a big event. But I think the big thing Mike touched on is Charlotte this weekend, second race of the countdown. It's this moving day in the Mission Foods Drag Racing Series.
Yeah, and there's some people that don't like the countdown, and some people that do. So that's been kind of the topic of discussion here lately. But everybody knew the rules going in. So
right.
Can we get the soundtrack that Europe song, the final countdown? Every time someone mentions
final countdown.
Yeah, we don't want to get dinged on copyright, so we'll just have JT sing it.
Yeah, if I sing it, you will not get dinged on copyright. I guarantee you that.
We'll actually get cease and desist orders from whatever that band is.
Yeah. Sir, can you please never sing that again? Yeah. Last week, we'll take a look here real quick at our finishing, or how we finished up last week. Man, I hate to say it, but you guys really laid an egg. Down 400, down 400, but you guys were close.
Before we get into it today, I want some answers. JT.
Yes.
Just come clean. Just come clean right now. Did you build a flux capacitor so you could go back in time, or did Biff Tannen show up at a Kansas City Chiefs game and he had the Gray Sports Almanac for the next 50 years? I mean,
hell yes, man. I have that almanac.
Yeah.
You are predicting.
Here's an NHRA media guide from 2032.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh my God.
1,000 JT. Turn in your hard card
JT
now.
does have some. He's got somebody that feeds him some info or something. How did you do? I want to know, how did you do on the NFL bets this weekend? If you tell me that you did well, we're gonna know something's up, because
I don't know if I'll ever financially recover from those early games on Sunday. Holy cow!
The NFL was a major winner for the sports books this weekend. So
it reminded me exactly what usually the first 3 or 4 weeks betting NFL are pretty tough. Teams change, personnel changes, coach changes, quarterback changes, and it takes a while to figure everything out, right? Well, week 1, I killed it. Like, didn't miss a game, hit a parlay, and then week 2 took me right back to earth. That's what I say, right? Gambling money has no home. I gave it all back.
Also, that's what I say about Vegas. That's why the buildings are so nice and the drinks are free.
We even got a nice text here, and I'll show you boys real quick. Yep. After I picked Aaron Stanfield, Joe Stanfield shot a message over that says, you're gonna win. Who you got this week? And I mean, she didn't wait very long on Sunday, and to make sure that we knew that she called her shot.
That text at 4:09 is probably less than 10 minutes from
I know.
Aaron turning on that last win light.
I didn't even see it. Mike got hold of me.
Yeah, priorities. As soon as the win light comes on, she's texting JT to let him know.
Yeah, that's
I will say, and I may have mentioned this after the U.S. Nationals. I had those legends fill out brackets, and Larry Dixon filled out a top fuel bracket for fans to pick against. And literally the second the first round of Top Fuel finished at the U.S. Nationals, Larry sent me a text that simply said, "Never bet on drag racing."
It's tough, and we see that
just imploded. He had TJ Zizzo going to the semifinals, and he had some other guys, but all the upsets basically wrecked his ladder.
It's like that's easily illustrated in these odds. When you compare these odds for these everything we see every week, besides Gage Herrera, and you compare those to like NFL odds or any other betting odds, you see that. I mean, it's built in, and so he's not wrong. But should we get into it and start looking at some of these odds?
Well, they're tightening up quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Always are, and I do like, we've talked about it on here before, spreading a little money out on some of these bets. And I think with the odds being as big as they are, that's your best play. I really do. I think you pick, three or four top people, run with them. And I think you'll end up making money about every damn time, really. Before we get into the odds here, let's take a look real quick at last week's, of course, Gage Herrera here.
Crazy.
This is Drag Race Bracket Bonanza.
This is our fan predictive stuff. So this is the chart. We released this right before first round starts. This is what people thought from about the 2,000 people that filled out brackets, who they thought was going to win the race. Look, Hector Arana Jr. is floating down there and, fifth place at, just with everybody else. But, Richard Gadsden's getting some love. He's starting to get recognized. But it's the Gage Herrera show, and I predict it'll continue. It's just such a safe bet. The guy's riding so good, and I bet this will be a bounce back race for him. He hasn't lost. He's never lost 2 races in a row in his entire career.
Now that's wild, isn't it?
I mean, now granted,
That's pretty wild.
his career's, only, 1.5 or 1 3/4 seasons long, but to be able to say, well, I've never lost back-to-back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
And then in pro stock,
look at the spread, and we can talk about JT, beginning of the year, it was Erica and Greg always.
Yep.
And really it was almost more Erica. And then it was Greg, and now it's completely become a 4-horse race, even for the fans. Dallas, kind of coming in just barely in front of Erica, Greg, and then Aaron. And I bet our fans are pretty smart. They'll see this. They track this. We put it out on the Denzy's Deetz on Friday. Aaron Stanfield's the guy to pick until he
I was
won
going to say
5 of the last 7 races.
Yeah, we'll look at the odds, but even here he's undervalued.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely.
Completely agree.
And
And
then
then on to Funny Car. Yeah,
the fans
Well,
nailed
Austin
this one.
Croc.
They had the 2 finalists picked.
they did.
And that's, we see another thing we see is, you can sign up for free to play Drag Race Bracket Bonanza, get the Denzy's Deetz, dragracebonanza.com. But we see the first round results from everybody. And Austin is consistently 98, 99% pick rate. It's
as he probably should be right now.
yeah,
correct?
the first round. I mean,
Yeah.
that guy, when we get to the deal of who's going to go further, he's such a safe bet in the first round. Now, I got to be honest. I go, I don't have the stat in front of me, but has he lost in the first round this season? Maybe once.
Yeah, I don't know if he has.
I don't know that he has. So
It's besides Gage Herrera, this is an impressive run that he's on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like
But I think when you look at pro stock motorcycle, then we saw pro stock was much more evenly split.
Yep.
This is again kind of a runaway. We'll look at Top Fuel. I think it'll be a little more evenly balanced.
look at that.
Those, yeah, not much though. Justin Ashley's pretty heavy in there, but those two, it seems like pro stock motorcycle and funny car are all but sewn up. I mean, it's gonna be tough to overcome both those guys. But the other 2 classes are wide open, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it's been fun to see Clay climb up the fan chart. Tony Stewart's kind of making a move up the fan confidence level. But yeah,
he's getting quite a ways up, actually.
Yeah,
don't you think Tony has?
For sure. He was at the beginning of the year, halfway through the season, consistently a 2% guy just based on name recognition. And now he's going rounds, his car's coming around, nearly 10% of the people think he's going to win. That's pretty good.
And look how far Steve Torrance has moved down the chart.
Yeah.
On these. I mean, he was constantly at the top.
And Sean Langdon's not getting any love. I mean, that's a car that just is undervalued in a variety of places. It's undervalued by the Drag Race Bracket Bonanza fans, and I think we'll probably see it's going to be undervalued on the PlayNHRA side too.
Very interesting. Yeah, he's been fast all year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let's move on to take a look. Do you want to look at the Denzy's Deetz?
Yeah, let's look at those.
Okay.
It's it breaks out to kind of what we talked about a little bit. That Charlotte is Antron Brown country. He's awesome there, but I think the people that are undervalued, you want to look at, Justin Ashley, he's a prime pick, and Steve Torrance. Those are the guys Denzy thinks, could have really good, but Antron's the runaway guy here. He if he gets out of the first round, he's going to go and kick butt.
Why do you think that is? That track? Anybody?
Oh, I think it's a performance thing. I think those guys have got a lot of good data in that all concrete track, and they can just.
Oh, I think you're muted there.
Am I muted?
No,
there
you're
you go.
back.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, yeah. I think it's all concrete track, and he, they have all the data, and he just can fly up and down that track.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of experience there. I really like this one comment in here, and I was seeing that on the previous pie chart about Jasmine Salinas. She is such a low value pick or a low percentage pick on the fan pick. But if you looked at the odds going into, I believe, last event, she was jumping her way up there. And we've got Denzy Deetz here picking up the spoiler as well. And I do agree that that's someone to keep an eye out for.
And I've gone in heavy on her sister on Pro Stock Motorcycle the last 2 races, and she's just breaking my heart. I keep thinking of Gianna Evaristo. I'm going to have to jump off the Gianna Evaristo Pro Stock Motorcycle train. But here's the funny car. Again, Austin Prock. That car's been really good here. Caps has won 3 times. But really, you get into some interesting deals of guys that have been successful in the 4-wide race. Cruz, Fast Jack, those guys. Beckman's car's running so good, it's going to have a breakout race. Why not here? That would be, that'd be the odds-on favorite, I think, for a dark horse, as dark as dark horse could be now.
Yeah, I like that.
It's for me, it's Austin Prock or bust.
Yeah,
I mean, it's this. I was looking at some of the notes in there. Everything is aligned for him to again win this race. It's interesting too, like you said about Jack Beckman coming on at this point, and I wonder how those two are meshing or what the situation is there. We're seeing kind of both of those cars come on at the same time. But what about Bob Tasca as well? He's the defending champion, but he feels like he's been a little bit up and down. Like when we see him run really well and you think that this is going to put together a string of runs and then it kind of falls apart. So he's someone that I would lean to, but again, I said it at this point, for me, it's Austin Prock or bust.
What's the weather looking like for the race?
Really good,
there?
really good. Like 80 degrees as a high or low 80s. Not much of a chance of rain, some sun. Looks like it. I mean, really all you could ask for.
It's going to be hotter here.
Oh, yeah, tremendously hotter. I didn't know it was going to be like 95 out there where you are.
We're going to hold you to that, Mike. We're going to hold you to
if
that.
I jinx it, if we go out to ZMAX and it's pouring rain and crappy, everybody.
That's why you say partly cloudy, chance of rain, Mike.
Yeah, man. I'm early in my
rule in meteorology.
I'm early in my weatherman career. I got to learn those tricks.
Yeah, I think the first rule of meteorology is the same as the first rule of betting, right? Hedge your bets.
That's right.
This is all old. He's won here, but not a ton. It's cool that his dad was runner-up a couple times. I mean, you like to see kind of that legacy racing. But Greg Anderson, hometown track, same for Dallas. I think this could be a race where those KB Titan boys kind of get their act together just at the right time. Greg seems to race here really well. He gets comfortable, even with all – like when I think he won in the spring and then won the 4-wide. And he had a whole crew with his wife and daughters and kids. I mean, he brought like 12 people into the press room. It was just like this mass of people. And I was like, a lot of guys get distracted by that, but I think he thrives on showing off for his family.
That's good.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Brittany Force had the HendrickCars.com wrap on the car back in the spring, and Rick Hendrick was there as part of that whole thing. And I know that was meant for Brittany, but I think Greg picked up some mojo from that as well and wanted to put on a show for Mr. H. For sure. And he's done that. He's done appearances for Mr. Hendrick and things like that. So I think definitely when the boss man's on the property, you want to show out. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Helps the sponsorship dollars for the next year, right?
For sure.
And then Pro Stock Motorcycle. Yeah. Boy, it's a toss-up here, guys. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when you can say, no matter really when, the guy's never lost at this racetrack, and he's raced here 3 times. 4-wide, 2-wide, doesn't matter. Just 8-wide, he'll take him on down. But I think the fact that Hector Rana Jr. won, and yes, Gage Herrera red lit, but Hector Rana Jr. had him covered. If he would have just had a normal reaction time, Arana would have beaten him. So I think that's maybe a chink in his armor, and Matt and Angie Smith, hometown race for them. You know, but it's also cool. Richard Gadsden in that final, you know, was right there. So it's still the Gage Herrera show, but if somebody were to beat Gage, it's not as shocking as it would have been a year ago.
Right. I don't know. He's never lost there. I mean, that might be shocking.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think anytime he doesn't win, we're surprised at this point.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the odds here. Austin Prock setting it top at plus 378. Matt Hagen still a pretty heavy favorite in second here, and then Bob Tasca and Jack Beckman.
I'm gonna dive right in and I still have $400, right, JT? I got my payday loan went through.
I'll give you an IOU.
Okay, good.
High interest, man. It's high
Oh
interest.
my God, yeah.
Weekly,
I'm gonna go
payback weekly.
I'm gonna go 50 on Hagen and 50 on J.R. Todd.
He is swinging for the fences, isn't he? Or making the non-favorite pick.
Yeah, I mean, you got JR. I think he's getting his swagger back a little bit. I think that car is going to come around, and then Hagen. God dang it, the guy's got to be due. I mean, his car is too good. He's the 4-time champion. You know.
Yeah, so, I know he is due. I absolutely agree with that. I was putting a little bit of sprinkling some money on him earlier, you know, thinking like and it's gonna happen. Like he's gonna have a race where he breaks out here.
Well, and that's home for him as well, right? Close to it. He won there in the spring. My money goes on Hagen at plus 571. I know it's not a huge long
You're going
shot.
all 400 on him, Rex?
Oh,
not
100,
all
right?
400, but all 100. I will go definitely on that. I just think, you know, people like racing at home. It's close.
Yep,
and,
for sure.
They have a little more pop when they do it. So yeah.
Did we ever track? Did I win anything last time I was on here?
You did not.
Oh,
You did not.
Zero. Absolutely zero. Oh, okay. So
You're lucky to be invited back, Mike.
Yeah.
It was,
Okay.
But we
I gotta
did
do better
enjoy
this time.
enjoy spending our cut of the vig on some Miller Lights and nachos at Applebee's.
Hey, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Except for his Miller Lite, right?
Yeah, except for Miller Lite. I would go something else. I'm gonna do 50 on Austin Prock, 50 on Beckman. I mean, I can't believe these odds really on Austin Prock, plus 378. And then Beckman also, I think he's coming on strong. You know, you got Caps there too. I was eyeing him, but I just feel better about Beckman. And I mean, the odds are so similar there.
Yeah.
That's actually what I'm doing too. So I'm doing Prock and Jack.
And the cool thing is, you know, we could have done this podcast 3 years ago and just been talking about it. But now you can go to, you know, PlayNHRA.com or, you know, and actually get money down. And people are winning. Do you have that? Did you do a little graphic on that Dave Wesolowski guy, JT, or did
I haven't done a graphic on it, but yeah, I'm gonna go look him up as soon as we're done here. Yeah.
That's a guy that just sprinkles a little bit of money around, and he picked all 4 winners last race.
Mhm.
Now he was betting $1, $5, but he won. What did we add up, JT or Rex? About $150.
Yeah, and that's just on
There's no way
As long as you can win, if you're sprinkling around, and as long as those winnings cover more than what you laid out, I think it's a win. I mean, you know, you're not going to hit that big win.
But he, you know,
in this stuff.
But he sprinkled. I think his Hector Arana bet won him like $80 on a couple bucks. You know, so you can hit one of those long shots is pretty good stuff. So,
bottom line, people should be paying to watch this. Like the fact that we give it to people for free is insane, because this is just an opportunity for people to, I mean, make their mortgage payment, make the car payment, fund the.
Oh yeah, I like how you think there.
Don't start putting that pressure on us.
Yeah,
man.
whatever Elon bets, just bet the opposite, and you'll be fine.
We do not condone mortgage payments.
No, we don't.
Payments.
You're not betting more than you can afford to lose.
Top Fuel. Coletta is the favorite here at plus 694. It's funny, and it like going from your pie charts. Of course, they've seen some qualifying runs, but Coletta is a favorite coming into this. And then Steve Torrance, Justin Ashley, Antron Brown, Clay Milliken, Langdon. Ida, she really came a long way up the list here.
Yeah, look at some of the names she's ahead of.
She's in front of Brittany Force, Tony Stewart. Yeah, I mean
Selena Schumacher.
That's just crazy.
The computer's malfunctioned, right? Yeah. There's no way. I mean, taking nothing away from Ida, but I mean, are we serious?
Yeah,
I mean,
all right, three races. Back it up. Put your money there.
Goes up and down the track, and John Schaefer's figuring it out. I mean, every race it's getting better.
Right. Three races ago, she was like plus 8,000 or something.
Yeah. All right, Rex. I need to see you throw some money on anybody below Ida there.
I mean, I was very vocal about this last week. I think Tony Stewart is knocking on the door at 1167. Nothing changed for me in the last week. I think he's going to get it done before the end of the year, and at that odds, I can't go away from it.
So you're going all 100.
Well, I'm going to, but
you've got ground to make up on JT. We're getting into the countdown here,
and I like Sean Langdon here too. But you know, I'm kind of a bet big to win big guy, so we're gonna put it all on Tony.
Oh, I love it.
Smoke.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go where the smart money is, and I think I'm gonna go 50 on Justin Ashley and 50 on Antron Brown.
Man, sign me up for that too. That's exactly what I was gonna do.
I mean, one of those guys is going to win. It's just I feel it in my bones.
Ashley.
What about you, T?
And Brown for you two?
Yeah, that's literally what I was going to go with.
Okay.
I was eyeing Clay. Clay, I feel like he's got some momentum. Yeah. Also looking at Torrance. So those would be my other picks.
I'm going to go 50 on Coletta and then 50 on Torrance.
Ooh.
I've been riding with those guys
he's
pretty much
going
all
safe.
year.
All he's got to do is just keep that lead. He's got that lead on you guys, and he's going safe.
And
no, I've rode with those guys most of the year.
Fully in Josh Hart's corner. I feel like if I had an extra $50, I would get it. That's the guy that I'm just going to try to bet. After this race, I'm just going to try to bet my way out of whatever hole I'm in by just going all in on Josh Hart.
They say never chase your bets.
Yeah, but he likes to do it. So
okay. When it's fake money, we can do that.
Yeah.
We need a full disclaimer up here on this. You need a disclaimer graphic. Do not bet your mortgage payment, like Rex says. Right. Do not chase your bet.
If you have a gambling problem, call
like
1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're a gambling problem, call JT. He'll hook you up with his bookie.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. I told no one to bet their mortgage payment.
Right.
What I said was
very clear.
I actually just think, I think you guys are adults, and whatever you want to do with your money, you do what you want. Like, it ain't for me to tell you.
I've certainly seen people spend their mortgage money on worse things. Certainly in my life. This
Tony Schumacher bet down here, though, if I was put a little something down there, I mean,
wow.
plus 1564.
Yeah.
I kind of dig it, man.
Do you think some of these guys, they look at that when they see the odds and like it torques them off a little bit? They're like,
it should.
What? How? Right?
It should. Don't you think, guys? I mean, like,
so.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being disrespected in the other sports too, like the top 100 when it comes out, for the NFL.
It's the NFL players when they see the Madden rating and they get all pissed off.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we see that a lot. But I wonder how much of our drivers pay attention to this stuff. Like, have you guys ever, Elon? You probably got your finger closest to the pulse, talking to these guys. Are they catching on to this and paying attention to it?
I think they are. I know a lot of them are following Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. Because they have mentioned to me that fans come up to them on the ropes and talk about, hey, I've got you my bracket, or you blew my bracket up last week, or things like that. And I know, a handful of guys. I know, Sean Langdon enjoys a football bet every now and then. JR likes a football bet every now and then. So I think there's some natural,
I think we're hearing from even this show. Hearing from him, like, I saw you picked me or whatever. I think they pay attention to it a little bit. I mean, I would.
I mean, I don't think they obsess about it, but I think they're aware of it. You know, partly because it's a big NHRA initiative they want to be kind of well versed on, and then they hear the announcers talking about it. I mean, if you're in the pits or you're in the staging lanes and you hear Jason Galvin talking about, you know, PlayNHRA and Justin Ashley's the favorite. I mean, I think that's got to also kind of stick in people's craws a little bit when they're talking about maybe Justin Ashley.
And you got to realize this is so new, you know, that, you know, as it goes on and it's on more platforms and more people are participating, they're going to hear about it more. They're going to pay more attention to it. So it makes sense that we're starting to hear more and more about it now. I think so.
Yeah.
Pro stock.
Mike, what do you think?
Well, we know Jolie Stanfield's watching, so
yeah, for sure.
I'm not getting in trouble with her. And I'm going. Let me look because I'm going 50 on Aaron. Let me look at some of these other odds here. Give me 50 on Aaron and give me 50 on Jeg.
Wow.
I'm also looking at Troy Coughlin Jr. I mean, man, that's a huge jump in those odds too. I'll stay with Jeg. I'm gonna stay with Jeg.
Isn't that a crazy move?
Yeah, it is. It is.
JT, can I go 50 on Greg Mustache Anderson?
Yep.
And I'm going to do my other 50 on Derek Kramer.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I went all elite. You went. I
guess
the other direction here. Yep.
And by the way, the reason I call Greg Anderson Mustache is Joey Little, Tasco's PR guy, didn't know his name for a long time, and we were at an autograph session, and Greg was there, and he's like, "Hey, what's Mustache's name down there?" And I was like, "You mean Greg Anderson?" He's like, "Hey, we just call him Mustache in the Tasca pits." So they literally
his mustache is iconic.
Hey, what's Mustache doing? And I was like, "Yeah, that's Greg Anderson." He's
got that's definitely the most iconic mustache in drag racing.
It's a Magnum PI level mustache.
Would you like to have a Hall of Fame career and have somebody call you the Mustache because
the mustache? Hey, I'd take it. I'd take it to be able to drive a pro stock car as well as Greg Anderson. You could call me Mustache.
Hall of Famer. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'm going with this week at plus 59 or 659 does not scare me at all. I think we talked about it earlier about how he tends to show off in front of family and friends, and there's something about racing at home. So that's what I'm doing.
Sleeping in your own bed.
Under there?
Yes, sir.
Well, I like it. You're making it easy on me. I'm doing 100 on Stanfield again. Got to ride with him.
Yeah,
and then, man, I'm gonna put 50 down here on Corey Reed.
Dude, I was about to say that. I was about to look at Corey Reed's eyes. He's
27.57 is the odds down there.
The Pro Stock Caveman.
Eric Latino.
That's the best nickname in drag racing right now. The Pro Stock Caveman.
Yeah,
Corey Reed.
Can I do a bet, JT? Does your casino take a bet? Can I put 50 on Eric Latino but remove his reaction time from all results?
You're gonna be in trouble with
Eric.
It's a hometown race for Eric too.
Yeah.
We got a lot of hometown people here.
I know.
We got Eric Latino, Corey Reed, Camry Caruso,
Dallas and Greg.
Yep.
Yeah. What you're talking about there, Elon, is the prop bets, and drag racing is full of them.
Oh yeah.
Something that as we get closer to a major announcement with Winlight Bets, that you will be able to get all the action you need on that, Elon. All the action you need.
I love that.
I like. Oh man, I would like to just get in there and spread a bunch of money around in this one. There's so many good bets.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the fact that those are, even your 16th place was only plus 3,000 in Pro Stock is just shows you how tight the whole thing is.
Yeah, because you look at Pro Stock Motorcycle where it's 7,300.
Right. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
JT, who you like here? You're going to go all in on Gage Herrera again and just protect your money?
No, I got to take a chance here somehow, right? I'm gonna go with
Gage
Gadsden. I have $50 left, and I'm gonna go with Gadsden. No, I'm gonna go with Angie Smith.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, betting on Gage Herrera right now is like putting your money in a CD.
Right.
Like you'll make a little something, but
Yeah, man, I went to MP3s
Really, I
a long
almost
time
feel
ago.
like CD's even too aggressive. For Gage Herrera. It's like a savings bond. It's like the bonds your grandparents used to give you,
right.
treasury bonds or whatever.
Yeah, my grandparents used to give me that stuff, man. I was so disappointed. I would love to know where those are now or what happened. I don't like
Hey,
what happens
if
to
they
those.
gave you
Once
one that was worth $10, if they gave you one that was worth $10, Mike, it's probably worth at least $12.50 now.
Yeah.
I was
My
thinking like
grandpa used to
$7.50.
give me $2 bills every holiday. And I got those are somewhere. And those actually have appreciated in value, have they not?
They have,
No,
and there's some. You need to go. It goes out because there's some that are like worth a couple $1,000s based on where they were printed.
It really
was
always. You can
convinced
still get.
any-
You can still get the $2 bills. Like you can still go to the bank and get.
Well,
them
these
right
would be
now.
from the 80s at the very earliest. He was convinced any of that out of print or out of circulation currency was just going to skyrocket.
All right, I'm going to take my $100 that I have left and put it all on Richard Gadsden.
Heyo.
I don't hate it. Hell, I about did it, and then I switched, right? So
And actually, I'm going to go JT. I'm going to go 50 on Richard Gadsden and 50 on Hector Rana Jr. And I'm going to try to ride the hot horse.
okay.
Man. Plus 3,000 is a pretty nice payday for you.
Yeah, that is nice. I mean, these odds. I mean, of course, like we've talked about, he's never lost back-to-back races. He's never lost here, of course. He doesn't have a long career, but the odds in this class, like throw some money down here at the bottom.
That's what I'm about to do.
You know, and just see, I guess, you know.
Well, not too far down.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna go 50 on Gage as my
That's not
hedge
down
bet.
at all, Mike.
Yeah, as my hedge bet against. Give me 10 on Matt. Give me 10 on Chase. Give me 10 on. Well, no, give me 25 on Hector. And what do I got? 5 left. Give me
You do have
5.
5 left.
Yeah, see, I'm throwing it around, guys.
Okay.
Give me 5 on. Let me see here, Steve Johnson.
There we go.
That's the one that's going to pay off right there. I'm just going to say it right now.
Well, what's the math?
Mark-
I don't have
mark
it.
it
I don't
down.
have it in front of me.
Mike Carpenter's $5 bet on Steve Johnson is going to pay off. The guy's won here. It's not that crazy of a bet, but his $5 bet on plus 37.76.
That's how you play it. Did you get all that, JT, or do I need to recap?
I got it all.
Okay.
Right. Moments after JT's complimenting Mike Carpenter on making it so easy, Mike bets on 9 different people in a 16 bike
Hey,
field.
we practice what you preach. We come into this every time saying you should throw some money around.
that's
Then we
true.
just throw it all down on our favorites.
What was his odds? 37.76.
37.76.
Hey,
man,
man,
I love it. I love-
$5. Your payout would be $193.80.
Well, look, I put 20 on Hector right above that. So I mean, that's
That was your
that could
big
pay out
bet.
big too. That could pay out big too.
20 on Hector.
I got 50 on Hector. So.
$29.96.
Mm-hmm.
29.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow your mind.
Will my $50 Hector Rana bet, if it hits JT, will that get me out of the hole?
I probably $6.19, Mike, if you win that one. And your $50 bet on that one?
Yep.
$50 bet, payout, $15.48.
Okay.
Nice.
Look at that.
Hey, I'm rooting for you guys. It's lonely up here at the top.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Oh shit.
I don't think any of you guys are wrong for spreading things around, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you last week, in that it's going to be Gage Herrera, Matt Smith trading blows down the stretch, and it's Matt Smith's weekend.
possibly literally and figuratively, based on their attitudes towards each other right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is also for PlayNHRA. North Carolina is one of the few states I think that's legal for betting and fantasy.
Yep.
So this is if you're if you're in North Carolina, you're at the race, you can bet it all with Caesars and DraftKings. DraftKings has got the full blown all these bets. I think Caesars still just has the winner. Or just has maybe even only Top Fuel winner. But yeah, dive in there if you're in North Carolina. North Carolina's gone all in. I was just in Vegas this past weekend, and I told several people it is easier for me to bet in North Carolina than it is for me to bet in Las Vegas now. They have really gone all in on it. And our plug for PlayNHRA is please go to the NHRA.com/PlayNHRA and go through that portal if you want it to be successful for NHRA. Don't go directly to DraftKings or whatever. Go through the NHRA portal.
Yep, and you'll get a sign up bonus too. I think.
And they have some sweet bonuses.
Like double your money, right?
Super aggressive bonuses.
I like super aggressive bonuses.
Yeah,
because then when you get that bonus, it's almost like it's free money.
It is. For you, JT, for me, it's just free losses.
Yeah, but I mean, really, like when you're going to bet free play money, it's like, oh well, that's not real money anyway.
Yeah,
right?
I try to convince my wife that these bonus bets are awesome. Look, babe, it's a no sweat bet, and if I bet my $10 and I lose, I get $10 back in a bonus bet. She says, so you basically get to lose that money again the second time for free. I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's how it works. It's two chances to lose my money.
I feel like that's real 50% off discount betting. Oh, I say 50%. Okay, well then I'm just going to bet another 50. Okay, that's not how it works.
It truly was fun when I was at Indy and had the app going, and it makes it a ton more fun. I thought, but
you're literally losing money if you don't bet.
I know. I had money going around everywhere there because the more I'd think about it, then I'd forget who I'd already bet on. I didn't feel like going in and looking up if I already put money on them, so then I just put some more on them. But you know what? You end up winners that way.
Betting against himself to buy property. It's crazy.
Oh no, I hedged my own bet on accident. Whoops.
Well, and the other thing is with Drag Race Bracket Bonanza, anybody can get. I had people at Reading come up to me that were, which is a little weird. I'll be honest. People are coming up like, "Oh, I'm playing Drag Race Bracket Bonanza," because to me they're all like these faceless people out all across the country. But a couple people came up and were like, "Man, I play all the time," and they're like, they have it on their phone. And on Sunday they were like, "Man, I'm still in," and man, I really need Antron. Like it's really cool to kind of give them that kind of.
There's so many people playing anymore.
I know. I was going to say.
I thought I was doing really good the other day, and I get on there and I'm like,
"You're number 8,000."
This has got to be wrong. Yeah. This has got to be from last week or something. I'm refreshing it.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm watching eliminations, and I'm like, "Oh man, I think I'm doing pretty good on this. Let me go check my bracket. You're number 812." I'm like, "Oh,
free fall." Well, wait until you get down to my deal. And at one point, I was nearly 2,000th place in like Top Fuel.
Yeah,
or maybe it was Funny Car because I went heavy on my clients, and I had Buddy Hull and Joe Morrison having successful days, and Joe Morris almost came through for me, but it clipped that cone against Beckman. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Countdown started now, so we got a champ belt. We just came in. I think I have one behind me.
Yeah, the belt. I like a good belt.
Yeah, so
we didn't get one. We were ranked.
Oh yeah.
So what's this? First place. Yeah, so we did top 3 places, and this is a nice, heavy Skandar Akbar level FU up belt. So
can't you fix it for me at least 1 week so I can have it on the wall back here, Ewan?
I got one. Should I break out my plate that I break out every few shows?
Mike, scrape the weed off your plate, and
yeah.
It does look like it would be very good, useful for that.
I don't want to name what reigning Top Fuel champion referenced that when he got pictures taken with it, but it's
looky there.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's a sweet Greg Anderson signature right there, I think.
I would hate it if I ever come to visit you, Mike.
What?
If I ever come to visit you, I'd hate if I accidentally broke that.
Well, you would toss this thing like a.
I'll be honest, JT. I don't know what it'll take to break them because I thought they were like ceramic, but I have inadvertently they come in like sweet little velvet bags, and I have picked the bags up upside down and dropped them on the ground and in a parking lot, and they have not broken.
Mine came in a Crown Royal bag.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's saying. The velvet, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you had like actual like velvet bags that you made.
Yours wasn't an actual Crown Royal bag, was it?
No, it was. I think because this is one of the early ones. This was last year.
It wasn't a Crown Royal bag, but we had them. We wrapped them in.
I thought it was. I almost swear.
Elon got the bags mixed up.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Elon drank that Crown and then just slipped
reels out of my Crown Royal bags and put the plaques in there.
What are you drinking over there, Elon?
Oh, this one's a year old now.
My Drag Race Bracket Bonanza bourbon.
Yeah, this one's the 2023 Carolina National, so I'm due.
Yeah.
And Greg last year, so whoever picked Greg, they're just speaking to that history.
Was that last year at this race?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, sign up DragRaceBracketBonanza.com.
I'm changing my bets. No, I'm joking.
People do win, and we try to get the prizes out as fast as possible. So, add it. I think we've now up to 40 states. Sent some prizes to Canada, so we're rolling, loving it.
Awesome. Well, y'all, if you're at the races and you see these guys out there, because I know Mike and Elon are both going to the races, correct? Yep. Pull them over, tell them who you picked, strike up a conversation with them. Yep. And then we'd like to thank our sponsors, Racers Club, Drag Illustrated, Winlight Bets, and Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. And then I guess until next time, when's our next race after this?
It's St. Louis. We're back to back to back.
Yeah.
We got 3 in a row, baby.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I might make it to St. Louis for a day or so.
Oh, you should.
Well, if you do, then
spend your winnings buying us some lemonades and pretzels.
We'll be drinking Coors Lights and Cheetos and tea and rum. And
JT doesn't spend any money on beverages that don't contain alcohol.
Well, I support that.
Well,
Board of Communications has a very flexible drinking on the job policy.
They do. Well, you got to have
Drag
fun.
Illustrated. It works. It's a good fit.
Yeah, you got to have fun while you're out there, right?
For sure.
All right, guys. Until next time.
All right.
Remember, gambling money has no home.
See you guys.
See y'all.